Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and our 55th coffee stream. Sorry, I'm starting late. I got stuck in the bathroom, and my phone was charging. Um, so I was, by the time I was done, I was like, shit, it's 7 after 10. Um, but yeah, there's nobody here yet. I shared out the links and everything, but hopefully people will come and say hello. Um, we're going to be catching up on the news that I had in my Twitter DMs that I didn't get to yesterday. So, yeah, I will be getting to that today. Um, so, yeah, again, sorry for being late. Um, Hello, Sisu. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm sure more people will come in soon enough. Um, I didn't even have a chance to get my coffee before I started. God damn it! This will be a coffeeless coffee stream for me, cause yeah. Oh, hi, Michelle. Oh my goodness. Um, Holy moly. Yeah, I've got 4 news stories in my Twitter. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for sneezing in your ears like that. Coffeeless coffee stream? That's false advertising. It is. Oh, actually, guys, if you don't mind me muting for a second and running to grab a coffee, because I need something to drink, actually. Um, I'm going to mute myself for about a minute. I'm going to go grab my coffee, and then I will be right back, and we'll have some news. I'm not going to play any music or anything because I don't want to get struck down. So I'm just going to mute my mic and I will be right back with coffee and news and yeah. So please hold. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry for the dead air. I just took a sip of my coffee and I feel human already. So this is good. This is good, good. It's a Skep Talk. Hello, Skep Talk. Get your coffee. All right. Now that I'm here with my caffeine, we can get right into the news. I hope everyone's having a good day and had a good night. I'm having a good day. I'm a happy person today, so this is good. I like being happy. Hello, blind girl. You are a new person. All right. Twitter DMs. Let's get into them to get to the news that we didn't read yesterday. No, I didn't listen to the Sargon Tim Pool video about thought audits. I'm going to have to make coffee once I decide to get up. Nico, yeah, I know that feeling. Sinatra recommended. Oh, cool, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna read the news. Well, we're gonna have voiceover read the news, and we're gonna react to the news. And then at the end, we're gonna talk, chat. Well, me and Chad always talk, but at the end we do questions and fun things. So that's how we do things here, at least during the week. All right. Now, I have to remember which one that I read yesterday. I read that one. Crackdown on snow shoveling scofflaws reveals that a scolding dem is one of them. So here we go. And this is something that I wanted to read because every year I have trouble with travel because of uncleared sidewalks and all this crap. So I thought that this story would be interesting to look at. Coffee good. Coffee very good.
Heading level 1. Crackdown on snow shoveling scofflaw reveals that scolding dem is one of them. Report. Link. Fox News. Link. Facebook. Link. File. A Minneapolis city official who backed a get tough approach on residents who don't shovel snow from their sidewalks was herself the subject of 7 complaints last winter and was issued a fine of $149 at a home she owns, according to a report.
That's hilarious. 7 complaints. That's absolutely hilarious.
City Council President Lisa Bender, a member of the Democratic Farmer Labor Party who owns the home in the Wedge neighborhood with her husband, told You Are Currently on Link, Minneapolis Star-Tribune, that she didn't know what condition her sidewalk was in when the complaints were made or why her family wasn't able to clear the snow on time. You are currently...
Wait. You didn't know what condition your sidewalk was in and you don't know why your family wasn't able to clear it on time? Where the hell are you living? Are you not living with your, like... Like, how do you not know your family or why your family can't clear the snow? Why aren't you clearing the snow?
We've owned our house for 10 years. We're a family of 2 working parents with 2 small children, and we do our very best to shovel our sidewalk at all times, Bender said. You are.
Okay, so either you do your very best or you have no idea why your family couldn't. What? Canada sucks for snow. It really does. It really, really does.
Link. View image on Twitter. Link. View on Twitter.
What's the tweet?
Unshoveled link. Unshoveled or icy sidewalks last winter led to 7 complaints. $149 fine for Minneapolis City Council President Lisa Bender. Link. The city sent out letters earlier this month reminding residents of the requirement to shovel their sidewalks after snowstorms, the paper reported. In art close icon 120 advertisement, Bender said she supports a stricter approach so that sidewalks remain clear this winter, according to the report. If there are times when we haven't gotten to it, then that's why the city's enforcement mechanism is there, she said. I should be treated like every other property owner in the city.
Okay, good. At least she's not bitching about them. The standard driveway sidewalk shoveling takes 20 minutes. Fuck off, says Pink Hollow. Yeah.
City inspectors will be more proactive this winter in searching for unshoveled sidewalks and issuing notices of violations, the report said. Link. Click here for more from the Minneapolis Star Tribune.
Okay, so that was just a quick little story about shoveling and everything. Because every winter, and they just increased the enforcement here this year. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that's actually going to work, or if it's going to work. If they're going to actually enforce those things. It would be interesting. Now, let's see. Oh, here's the one that Nico sent me that I didn't get to yesterday. This is very interesting. This is a very interesting one. There we go.
Heading level 1. Chinese scientist claims to make the world's first AIDS-proof babies. You are.
Yes, you heard that right. Chinese scientist claims to have made the world's first AIDS-proof babies. How do you test that? How do you test that they're AIDS-proof? Do I want to know?
11. 40 Fordham vertical left button. List 3 bullet. End of. A Chinese scientist who studied in the U.S. said Monday that he created the first genetically edited babies who were born earlier in November and were modified to be unable to contract HIV. You are. The alleged gene editing sparked outcry from many in the scientific community who say there is not enough research to justify exposing children to the potential downsides of the experimentation. You are. Scientist He Jiank's claims have not been verified by independent experts, but he told you link the Associated Press that he edited 2 embryos made with the sperm of an HIV-positive father who was one of 7 participating in his program. Those 2 embryos, twin girls, were implanted in a mother without HIV. The identities of the people involved in the study have not been revealed, in part because of stigma against HIV-positive individuals in China, according to the AP. You are currently on a text element. Link. Related. Researchers search for third-party. He studied at Rice and Stanford universities, both prestigious schools located in the U.S., and now works at the Southern University of Science and Technology of China. He also owns 2 genetics companies in China, reported the AP. You are currently on a text element.
You know, this is putting me in mind of, I know, I'm about to go to Star Trek, I know. But this puts me in mind of that episode of Next Generation in season 2 with the genetically modified children whose immune systems were genetically modified to seek out viruses and destroy them before they could be infected, and how they basically were the reason that the geneticists were developing this sudden onset geriatrics disease because their immune systems were so aggressive that they were intercepting this fairly like fairly common rhinovirus and mutating it into this weird ass geriatrics thing. And I know that this is a science fiction and it's a TV show, but Sisu, yes, I don't think an AIDS-proof baby is how we solve the AIDS problem. I agreed. It's weird, and I don't like the idea of us tinkering about creating designer babies. No, I don't really like that either. Star Trek did predict a lot of things, says Nico. This is true. This is true.
I feel a strong responsibility that it's not just to make a first, but also make it an example. He told the AP, society will decide what to do next. You are currently a university student ties a red ribbon on another's wrist to mark World AIDS Day in Lianyang in China's eastern Jiangsu province on December 1st, 2017. AFP/a This photo taken on August 22nd, 2012, shows researchers working inside a laboratory of the National Center for AIDS/STD Prevention and Control, NCAIDS, a branch of the Chinese Center for Disease Control, STR/AFP/Getty. This vote he made the announcement a day before the International Summit on Human Genome Editing begins in Hong Kong Tuesday, according to the link, MIT Technology Review. Period. Many countries, including the US, banned the type of gene editing he said he performed because edited DNA can be passed down to future generations. The method is also associated with off-target mutations, capable of causing genetic problems, including the development of cancer, said Julian Savulescu, the O'Hiro Chair in Practical Ethics at Oxford University.
Yeah, you don't know what you're screwing with when you edit out certain things in DNA, you don't know what else that's going to affect. Because they want to make you more honey, that dictation kind of screwed it up a little bit. Without zombies. Hello, Fat Samurai Productions. I don't mind the idea of gene editing, says Nico. I don't have a good argument against designer babies without a naturalistic fallacy, though. I do think it would make two very obvious classes of people, though, yeah. Unless governments foot the bill, it seems weird to take evolution into our own hands. It does. I don't think we have any business doing that.
If true, this experiment is monstrous. The embryos were healthy. No known diseases, Savulescu said in a link statement Monday. There are many effective ways to prevent HIV in healthy individuals. In many other places in the world, this would be illegal, punishable by imprisonment. You are currently...
Yeah. He's not wrong. This guy doesn't know what he's edited out by making these babies AIDS proof, as he says. Hello, Gabe. The problem is that people's ideas and imaginations are as good and as subtle as evolution and guiding where humans are headed. Yep. Congratulations, you will never get sick again. Side note, I'll glow in the dark and you look like a lizard. Yep. Hello, Adam. Ironic, isn't it? Yes.
Scientist, he said he used a tool called CRISPR-Cas9 to delete a gene called CCR5 that acts as a doorway to allow the HIV virus to enter a cell, according to the AP.
So he used CRISPR and he deleted a gene. But we were always taught eugenics was bad. Yeah. Imagine if we could remove painful disabilities before the child is born. I can't fucking type. Like, remove the higher chance of depression, but I will admit getting there is scary. Yeah. Like, you don't know what you're editing out when you delete genes, because a gene that could produce a higher chance of depression could also be beneficial for something else. Oh, Pincolo's home.
CRISPR-Cas9 is called a molecular scissor and has been used to edit genes in adults with deadly diseases. Link. A technique the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has encouraged. The technique has. Link. Even been used to treat hemophilia, a genetic disorder that keeps blood from clotting properly.
Okay, but it's one thing to use CRISPR in adults. It's another thing to start fucking around with deleting genes out of an embryo.
But that's what CRISPR is for. That's why I said eugenics is bad. You can't have immortality, which is what they want, without zombies. And that's what they're going to get, is zombies.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
We have to finish mapping and studying the human genome at least. Yes. We do not understand half of our genome. I believe a balance of good and bad is natural to the human condition. Yin versus yang and all that good shit. Yeah. Eugenics is bad, okay? This is your skep talk. Hi, Pincolo, says who. I think what he's saying about zombies is what I'm kind of angling at. We're going to lose our humanity. Yeah. We kind of already are.
Those DNA edits in adults are not heritable, but the edits he said his team made would be heritable.
Yeah, so the edits in adults are not passed, like they can't be passed down. These can. These edits are now in this developing baby's DNA, and they can pass it down. So whatever he's deleted is now going to be passed down in these children. So that's not. There are women genetically prone to having stillborns. I would be fine if those genes were removed. And then, but the thing is that I kind of picture our DNA as this tapestry that if you start pulling on parts of it, you're gonna unravel different parts that you could never have imagined were connected. And I think before we can start editing or deleting genes, we need, like Nico said, we need to map our genome. We need to, I think that was Nico. We need to map out our genome and understand what does what completely before we can start snipping parts out. And again, I'm going to fucking... Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Why do their genetics cause this is something that needs to be answered before this is possible. Yeah. every potential great good has the potential for a great evil. Every potential great good is possible for a great evil. Yes.
The twins he said were born after he genetically engineered them as embryos are being referred to as Lulu and Nana. It appears that one twin had both copies of the CCR5 gene edited while the other twin only had one copy edited. He said according to the AP. You are currently...
So one has both copies of her gene gone, when the other one just has one copy gone. What the fuck is that going to do to them?
This trial involved 7 couples, and the scientist used 11 embryos and 6 implant attempts before Lulu and Nana implanted, according to the AP. Editing embryos genes is allowed in the US only in laboratory research, but some Americans would support the technique spreading outside the lab in the future. 72% of respondents believed that embryonic, link, gene editing, to treat a serious disease or condition that the baby would have at birth is an appropriate use of technology.
Okay, yes, but how do you determine that that embryo is in danger of a genetic disease before they're not an embryo anymore? I wish we could make it so everything tastes like bacon. Yeah. Bacon is awesome.
Link. According to Pew survey conducted in April and May. Period. Link. Follow Evie on Twitter at...
Okay, so that's the end of that story. Do I have any more in my Twitter DMs here? No, I do not. Okay, I'm going to have to go and look in the Discord for more news. Not that I'm lacking news. That'd be a boring life. I like bacon, but apples are good sometimes too. Oh, I have DMs from Gunfox, not just in the Coffee Stream channel. Let's see here. Why do you always send me the sad shit? Like, seriously. Sending me this sad news. Fuck off, Siri. I said seriously, not Siri. I followed you on Twitter. Cool. Oh, Pincalo just sent me a link. Some migrant caravan members self-deporting. Oh, well, I guess they really didn't want asylum then, did they? Let's I'm gonna close Discord and I'm gonna go and see what Pincalo sent. And then we'll get back to that other story. And Pincalo sent more stuff. What did Pincalo send? Here we go. Here's one from the Washington Post. They got me. I'm afraid. Okay, okay, here we go.
Heading level 1. They got me. I'm afraid. Swastika spray painted on a Jewish professor's office at Columbia. By link. Isaac Stanley Becker. November link. Image. November 29th, 2018 at 3:45 a.m. Link. The psychology professor, Elizabeth Midlarsky, a Jewish professor at Columbia's Teachers College, arrived Wednesday at her office to find that it had been defaced by anti-Semitic symbols and language. Raya Inman / Columbia Daily. The psychology professor pulled open the heavy oak doors of Horace Mann Hall, which boasts 16-foot ceilings and varnished wood floors, and headed to her 4th-floor office. Filing in behind her were students preparing for a 1:30 p.m. lab meeting Wednesday. As they entered her workspace, they passed a mezuzah, a small box containing Hebrew religious texts, affixed to her doorpost. But the sight that met them next made the professor and her students stop in their tracks. Anti-Semitic graffiti had been spray painted on the office walls of Elizabeth Midlarsky, link, clinical psychologist and Holocaust scholar. At Columbia's Teachers College on the Upper West Side of New York, the vandalism included swastikas and an anti-Semitic slur, Yid, painted in bright red on the white walls of her office foyer. The outer door had been closed but not locked, one student said.
Is it wrong that because of all of the, he sends you sad stuff so you can rage? No, I didn't hear that HuffPost said Rudolph was homophobic. Hi, Sir Adamantine. She faked it. I was just about to say that. Does anyone else find that because of all of these fake we find out that these things have been faked? Is it wrong that I'm sitting here questioning it and saying, like, did she fake it?
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. Midlarsky said in an interview with the Washington Post, I'm usually not a fearful person, but they got me. I'm afraid. You are currently on a link inside of web content. I was shocked. I couldn't. A swastika link image.
You're afraid?
A swastika spray painted in the office foyer of Professor Elizabeth Midlarsky. Midlarsky notified security, and she said the New York Police Department was investigating the incident. The professor said she had no idea who was behind it. The episode comes amid mounting concerns about anti-Semitism, rebooted for the 21st century as memory of the Holocaust begins to fade. In February, the Anti-Defamation League link reported that the number of anti-Semitic incidents was nearly 60% higher in 2017 than in 2016, marking the largest single-year increase on record and the second highest number reported since the organization began collecting incident data. Meanwhile, many Americans lack basic knowledge about the Holocaust, such as the name of a single concentration camp, according to a link survey.
Bullshit.
You telling me that nobody in America can name a single concentration camp? X to doubt. Jews don't tend to fake this kind of stuff. Jews don't, yeah. Just saying. But seriously, is this story trying to tell us that nobody in America can name a single concentration camp in this day? Because that's straight up bullshit. Some people don't know concentration camp names, not all. Yeah, I'm gonna say that when a real Nazi would go after a synagogue, not a professor's office. Yeah, I don't think this is a... I think that this happened, but I don't think that it was like a targeted, like a Nazi. I think it was probably some dumbass student.
Just a prank, bro.
Hmm?
It's just a prank, bro.
Released in April. The problem is not limited to the sort of symbolism that marred the professor's office walls. It's been just over a month since 11 congregants were massacred in a Pittsburgh synagogue, the deadliest anti-Semitic attack in the nation's history.
Here we go.
You are currently on.
Here we go.
Nor is prejudice limited to the United States. 1 in 3 Europeans believe that Jews use the Holocaust to advance their own positions or goals, according to a link CNN poll.
Now, When you say 1 in 3 Europeans, are you meaning actual European citizens? Or are you pulling the I don't think we have enough information to make an informed decision about who did it. No, I would agree on that. But why you think Democrats get away with throwing Nazi around all the time? Yeah. But I am going to say, right, how do I say this without sounding awful? Did you pull actual European citizens, or are you pulling the people who are coming into Europe from other places that have issues with Jewish people? That's how I'm going to put that.
Released this week. AMP_iframes post-Holocaust prejudice. Post-Holocaust prejudice against the Jews still remains, and it's just one aspect of religious and racial tensions in modern America. Ali Karen / The Washington Post. Documenting the true legacy of the Holocaust in Jewish life has been a focus of Midlarsky's academic work. She has applied clinical psychology to the meaning of rescue during the 20th century genocide of European Jews and the response by survivors and their descendants. In a 2005 article. Link. Personality correlates of heroic rescue during the Holocaust. She asked whether certain personality traits, such as tolerance and empathy, could help explain why some people became non-Jewish heroes during the Holocaust and others stood by as the Nazis pursued the final solution. You are current.
That's an interesting perspective. You are correct, Skep. However, we can make speculation based on previous incidences. Yeah. It's a fair question. Refugees, LOL. That's right, sir. See you later. See you later, Gabe. I identify as a European snowflake. My opinion matters.
The vandalism uncovered Wednesday didn't mark the first time that Midlarsky's office has been defaced by anti-Semitic iconography. In 2007, she became the target of repeated harassment. A swastika was painted on her office door about a week after she found 2 anti-Semitic flyers in her mailbox at work. The same flyer had appeared for the first time earlier that month.
So she's had 2 incidences 11 years apart. So she's got a couple of stupid students. That's what this seems like. She's had a couple of idiot students, one in 2007, one now, who should be held accountable. Yes, pleasure meeting you, Gabe. Antifa, yep, now makes sense. Yeah, I think this is the case of a dumbass student who should be held accountable for their actions, but I don't think that this is specifically a Nazi did this. I think this is someone being a fucking retard. All right, let's see what else. Pinkalo sent me like 2 or 3, so let's see what. Let's see.
That one was from Jack the Ripper anyway.
Oh, that was from JTR. Okay.
Yeah, he posted that one. I figured it was funny. Now the other 2, interesting.
Breast implant complications, including cancer, kept a secret? What?
Like I said, interesting.
Here we go.
1. Breast implant-related complications, including cancer, kept secret thanks to broken reporting system. 5. Link. Robert Craig.
This is from the Star, the Toronto
Investigate
Star.
link. Investigative reporter. Link. Thursday. List 7 Thursday. November 29. List. The details. Nearly 3 years ago, Terry McGregor's doctor told her that stage 4 cancer would end her life within 6 months if her chemotherapy treatments continued to fail. The details behind that terminal prognosis were equally stunning. She had a little-known breast implant-associated cancer called anaplastic large cell lymphoma, bioalgal.
Weird.
Terry McGregor, 54, was diagnosed with a breast implant-related form of cancer in 2016. At the time, her prognosis was bleak. Image. Terry, it felt surreal. My breast implants were going to kill me? Are you joking? Like many, it felt surreal. My breast implants were going to kill me? Are you joking me? You are currently on it. Like many Canadian women who have chosen breast augmentation, McGregor, 54, says she was never told, before or after getting her implants, about the risks of cancer, even as health regulators and industry became aware. By the time she found out on her own, it was nearly too late. A broken system for reporting medical device risks in Canada has meant serious breast implant-related health incidents have remained secret. Manufacturers have avoided reporting troubling incidents and patients have not been told about health risks, according to a Toronto Star/CBC/Radio Canada investigation, in partnership with the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists.
This is going to sound really mean. This is going to sound mean, but of course there's going to be, the manufacturers need to be fucking held accountable for this, but of course you're going to running into complications if you're putting foreign objects into your body. I'm not saying that these women fucking deserve to have cancer at all, but obviously you're going to run into complications when you're putting foreign objects into your body. So I feel bad that she had stage 4 breast cancer, but I mean, like, of course you may run the risk of complications. What do you mean you weren't told about health? You should have been told about cancer, but that chick is dumb. Yeah.
Article continued below. Most women with breast implants do not experience adverse health issues, and studies show high rates of satisfaction. But health risks tied to breast implants that many women thought were put to rest a decade ago, when silicone implants were welcomed back onto the market after a 14-year moratorium, have never gone away, the investigation has found, and a new risk has emerged. Globally, 615 cases of bioalgal have been confirmed, overwhelmingly in patients with implants that have textured, a light sandpaper-like finish, rather than smooth surfaces.
Okay, so why are those implants being used still? And 615 cases globally is nothing. Like, I don't mean to sound callous or anything like that, but that's not a lot of cases.
The problem is currently impossible to measure in Canada due to an erratic and secretive system of medical device incident reporting. Yet growing ranks of plastic surgeons and researchers say evidence of the cancer is undeniable and inaction by industry and governments is indefensible.
Okay, but why are you putting those particular implants into your patients then? No, what's sad is she knows implants can burst and kill you. Getting cancer just means a prolonged death. Yeah, if these doctors are saying that the particular implants that seem to be causing this are the textured ones, why are they using them? Why are they not gravitating towards the ones with a smoother surface and putting those manufacturers out of business that are making the textured ones? The doctors are just as much to blame for this as the manufacturers in the reporting system, because they're saying that the doctors are saying that they are noticing the increase. There is the study that we just read about that is saying that it's the textured implants. So why are the doctors even using those? They're just as much to blame. It's like, because they feel like real boobies. Well, either you like, this is the thing though, like what kind of doctor takes money over doing a proper job?
You can't not see this, said Dr. Donald McKay, a plastic surgeon and associate chair of the surgery department of Penn State Hershey. The disease is real and has a much higher incidence than any of us had imagined. You are
okay, but now that you've figured it out, why are you still using those implants?
More than 10 million women worldwide have received breast implants during the past decade, making it the most common cosmetic procedure, worth a $1 billion US annually. When Health Canada and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration allowed silicone implants back onto the market in 2006, the message was clear. Any health risks from breast implants were minor and widely understood. FDA statements say. You are.
Okay, so it's the fault of the Food and Drug Administration and Health Canada for allowing silicone implants back on the market, and it made people think that breast implants were safe? Seriously? An American one, yeah.
That confidence was reaffirmed in the small number of reported incidents in the adverse events databases of both countries. In Canada, there were no more than a handful year-to-year dating back to the early 1990s, according to Health Canada data obtained through access to information requests and analyzed for the first time. Article continued below. It is clear now the figures, and the reassuring portrait they painted, were wrong. You are correct.
Okay. But why are the doctors, like I said, if these figures are wrong, why are the doctors still using them? Why are the surgeons still going on with these implants?
They did not reflect the growing number of women removing their implants, the stories of rupture, pain, illness, and cancer threats or diagnosis, and the tens of thousands around the world who join Facebook groups to share their experiences. You are current.
Who would have thought? Putting foreign objects into your body can cause ruptures and pain and all sorts of things. They like money more than life. Yep. I want to see a breast implant safety commercial, like a cigarette, a poison symbol on boobies. Yeah, that would be funny.
More from the Implant Files investigation. Link. This link. Biotil breast implants at Cent. Link. This company has paid millions. Link. This year will mark suddenly. Last year, a steep jump in adverse event reports appeared in Canada and the U.S. that continues to escalate. This year will mark a high for breast implant health incidents in Canada with 359 adverse events reports filed to date. That's a 2,464% increase from 3 years ago. In fact, 92% of the 693 breast implant incident reports since 1992 appeared in the last 3 years. You are currently the numbers among the associated problems and injuries are revision surgeries to replace a failed implant insertion and capsular contracture, the formation of scar tissue that can become hard and painful, as well as ruptures, deflation, and more than 100 unexpected medical interventions. You are currently on a text element.
Again, this falls under the duh category. You're putting foreign objects into your body. Your body is going to more than likely reject the implant.
The numbers imply a sudden and dramatic increase in risks related to breast implants. Not so. Here's what happened. The Canadian spike was simultaneous with a similar rise in the US, where reported incidents jumped from an average of fewer than 200. Link. A year through 2016 to 4,567 events in 2017 and at least 8,242 in the first half of 2018. These increases, documented here for the first time, are rooted in a reporting loophole. For years, the FDA allowed breast implant companies to report significant incidents in quarterly alternative summary reports that were intended to detail minor, routine events which did not require public disclosure. This creative reporting created the impression that health risks were far more rare than they actually were. In June 2017, we acknowledged that there was a transparency issue regarding reports in alternative summary reports that were not released publicly. The FDA wrote in a statement, "We took many companies," the regulator said, "sent reports retrospectively which added to the increases. The increases," it said, "do not reflect a new public health issue but a regulatory change." You are currently on a text element inside of.
So, hi, Churchy. This is silliness. The article started out by making it seem like this was a huge increase in health problem, and the FDA is like, no, this is just retroactive reporting. It's like passing the buck. No, we didn't fuck up. This person fucked up over here. Oh, no. This one got fucked up over here. Like, everyone's to blame for this. And I'm sorry, but anytime you get cosmetic surgery, you run the risk of your body going, nope, I don't like this. And I don't know why doctors aren't telling people that. So that's the end of that silliness. Let's see if there's any more left from Pancalo here. Nope. No more. Oh. Okay, this is our last story, and it's a funny one. Any surgery can be a risk, says Michelle. Yes. Making a shopping list while I listen so I can get the shopping done. That's a good thing to do. Hey, you guys ready to laugh? Here we go. Let's get ready to laugh.
Heading level 1. First oral sex robot gets go ahead after Audiblo AI makes $250,000 from Randy Fires, beating goal by 500%. Crane, the device might suck, but its funding campaign sure doesn't. You are. End of banner. By Sean Keach. November 29, 2018. 2. Updated. No link. A campaign to create the world's first oral sex robot has been enormously successful, raising just shy of $250,000, 200,000 British pounds. The Audiblo AI, described as a smart stroking penis gripper, has drawn in nearly 500% more funding than it was aiming for.
The Audiblo AI? Hi, Costin. If I was a dude, I would not stick my dick in something called the Audiblo AI. I just would not. That's just no. Here's a machine. It'll suck your dick for you. Oh, that's cool. What's it called? The Audiblo AI. No, thanks. I'll just jack it. Like, seriously. I wouldn't stick my dick in any kind of machine, says Churchy. Why is this so expensive? I don't know. Oh, hell, I almost lost my coffee all over my screen. Oh, sorry, Michelle. $10K, you can get an American sex bot. Maybe this one also cooks dinner for you.
Inventor Brian Sloan says he has built the world's first artificial intelligence device for simulating oral sex. Figure.
Maybe it's because it's artificial intelligence? I don't know.
Link, image, PC. Inventor Brian Sloan says he has built the world's first artificial intelligence device for simulating oral sex. You are currently on Inventor Brian link. Revealed Inventor Brian Sloan's gadget. Link. Revealed exclusively on the Sun. Last month. Promises to be more human than rival male sex toys.
Okay, so it might be more expensive because it's got artificial intelligence built into it. Women have plenty of machines for themselves. Men should bridge the gap. True.
It's powered by artificial intelligence and is packed with tech more commonly found in a smartphone.
Aha! So it's supposed to guess, like it's supposed to learn what you like, I guess? American AI bot has personality. Interesting.
Brian hoped to secure the cash to mass produce his gadget using Indiegogo, a crowdfunding website. And despite aiming for a mere $50,000, Brian's backers have offered up nearly 5 times that, with 18 days still to go.
Wow. So it's not that he was asking for 250,000. It was that that's what he was given. I just hope Bethesda isn't making it. I did, Nico. I did hear about the consent sex robot brothel. You can customize.
Link on the campaign. Period. The wacky gadget is proving a huge hit with corn dogs. Figure.
The wacky gadget, huh?
BC. The wacky gadget is proving a huge hit with corn dogs. End of the wacky gadget. Brian's firm has also worked with Californian sex doll Giant Real Doll to create a mouth sleeve for the toy as an optional extra. Figure. Link. Image. Audit BC. Brian's firm has also it features motors and sensors that allow the sleeve to be manipulated across 250 different points. Figure. Link. Image. BC. It features motors and sensors that the gadget is a successor to the Audiblo 2, an oral sex simulator launched 4 years ago to level the playing field between male and female sex toys.
The Autoblow 2.
The Audiblo.
These people need to come up with better names. Sounds kind of like Cyberfrog. The guy only asked for 60 or 50K and got over 600,000 plus. Yeah. Still grossly overpriced. True.
Data scientists working with the firm used nearly 6 full days worth of pornographic footage to determine how the fleshy mechanical sleeve should operate. You are current and you can actually buy one for a pretty reasonable $139, 109 British pounds. You are.
It's only 140 bucks. That's actually not bad. Why use the auto blow when you could just use a float me? I am sorry. I know sometimes it's hard to meet the one in your life, but making machines to take the place of a human isn't going to make our species survive. Yeah. But I still don't think putting your junk in something mechanical with motors is a good idea. I would agree. All I can see is lawsuits over crushed, torn, and burned dicks. Yeah. Yep.
The machines come packaged in plain brown boxes too, so your postman won't know your dirty secret. We spent the last 3 years listening to feedback from our 200,000 Audiblo 2 owners and in response built a new machine that mechanically better replicates the gliding and friction combination of the mouth and hand that men experience during oral sex, explained inventor and former lawyer Brian Sloan. By using artificial intelligence to, for the first time, understand the mechanics of blowjobs, we discovered and replicated techniques that make using our machine feel less robotic and more human. You are.
Or you could just learn how to talk to girls and like. I would not trust something that only costs $600 or $100 to stick my junk in. Seriously, learn to talk to a chick and get her to lick your dick. That's silliness.
The team used more than 8,000 minutes of pornographic footage to collect data on oral sex. Figure. Link. Image. BC. The team used more than 8. This data was then used to identify 16 core movements in oral sex, which were then adopted into 10 different Audiblo modes. Figure. You are current.
So it sounds like they just wanted an excuse to watch porn. That's what this seems like to me. A big excuse to watch a bunch of porn.
Link. Image. Audit BC. This data was then used to identify 16 core movements in oral sex, which were then adopted into 10 different Audiblo modes. This data, the Audiblo AI, which requires a plug socket connection, uses several sensor components to work properly. You are current.
It requires a plug socket connection. I swear, honey, I'm watching porn for research. Yeah.
It combines a microcontroller with an infrared beam sensor and magnetic field sensors to manipulate a fleshy sleeve across 250 different points, along a 5-inch long stroking plane. There are 10 different modes available, including the full stroke, fast edge, and top and bottom stroke. The estimated delivery is May 2019, which looks like, given that Brian is already well past his crowdfunding goal. You are currently on a tech stealth. Brian's team has already built 20 working examples of the Audiblo AI, and now hopes to go global. Figure.
And who gets to test these? A plugged-in sex toy isn't new. Think of those massage ones. Yeah, and I wouldn't buy them. I gotta deliver and install this tile. I'll be back soon. Well, thanks for coming, Duck Dog. I'm actually gonna be ending pretty soon. But yeah, no. I myself refuse to buy a sex toy that I need to plug into a wall to use. The closest thing I will come is to buying something that charges via USB, and I won't be using it while it's charging. Thank you very much. So yeah, there's no way I would use a sex toy that needs to be plugged into a wall to operate. You fuck that noise with a rusty lead pipe.
Link image BC. Brian's team has already built 20 working examples of the Audiblo AI, and now hopes to go global. End of. Brian heading level 3. Audiblo AI. How did it teach itself? Machine learning tech was used to create a more human sex simulation. To get the data, Brian's team collected 8,333 minutes of oral sex videos running at 50% speed. These videos manually moved a drawing of a head superimposed onto a drawing of a penis to indicate the actions. The computer captured 30 screenshots of video per second, and then used this to track the location data of the head drawing. Perhaps this saucy data was perhaps unlucky. Quality controller then had to rewatch all of the recordings to eliminate inaccurate data entries. This saucy data was used to find the 16 most used mouth locations along the penis. You are current.
Oh, you wouldn't use one of those high-powered sex machines you get strapped into, press? Yeah, no. Results could be shocking.
A machine learning model was then trained to cluster these movement sequences, and eventually turn them into product modes for the Audiblo AI. According to Brian, the Audiblo gadgets aim to rebalance sex toy tech across the genders. You are
equal sex toys for equal genders. Oh my goodness. So that was that story on the So this is basically he just wants to level the playing field, because he's not wrong. When you walk into an adult store, it's mostly toys for women. So he's just trying to come up with a better toy for men that is not a manual, chunk of silicone that simulates a pussy that you have to use manual. Like, I can see why he's doing this, but it's just, oops, it was set on super vacuum mode and you can't reach the off button. I don't see the appeal. My hand has never failed to do the same job. Yeah, I don't know if I think I could see men either really, really loving this or being like, fuck that, I'm not using it. I don't think there's ever going to be someone who's like, no, maybe. I think this is going to be an either or kind of thing. But yeah, that's the end of that. That's the end of that story. And we're going to go until, oh my goodness, until 11:20 because my tummy is empty and growly. I await the feminist outrage. Yes. I F that, I'd rather have a woman or the best tool I got my hands. Yep. So if anyone's got any questions for me or comments, now is the time. Because we're gonna go till 11:20, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and go grab something to munch on. And I've got an orientation lesson today too, so I need to go and get ready for that. But also, guys, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday because I have the field interview for the guide dog. So they're going to be coming out at 10 o'clock, and it's going to be so Nico, what the movement, the normal swiping movement for the weapon, the color we were able to change, but every time I go into soul charge, the aura is still fuchsia. We were able to change the color for like the normal weapon moves, but for the soul charge it's still the pink one. Oh, excuse me. I also found out that there's an app called Second Screen for the PlayStation that once I get connected, I'll be doing a lot of if I get accepted to the program, I will be documenting my training for you guys, just so you guys can see what it's like. Absolutely. Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, but I'm getting a lot better with my character. I've been practicing. I'm probably gonna go play a little bit after I'm done here. After I eat, I'm probably gonna go play until my orientation instructor gets here. Best advice for the talks: say everything you want to do because they match the dog to your energy and your needs. Okay. Well, I definitely will. I need to be getting out more, and I think the dog will help with that, and especially when it comes to the summertime when Alex will be out of school. I need to be going more places and taking him places more. So I think this will be. Hopefully, I can get accepted and stuff. But are you off, honey?
I love you.
I love you too. What's up?
Camera lights on. Just was weird.
Oh, no, the camera's off.
Okay. It's pointing at your crotch.
So yeah, on Tuesday, there will be no coffee stream unless I finish the interview early enough that I can go and stream in the afternoon, but I'll keep you guys posted either way. But yeah, so getting back to the PlayStation, once I get second screen connected on my phone for the PlayStation, I should be able to start and edit broadcasts from my phone. So I could possibly I got tested. You need to be open to get guidance from the dog. Yeah, you need to basically be able to tell when the dog is trying to keep you safe versus when they get distracted. So it's hard. Like, I think it's called planned disobedience or something like that, where you give the dog a command and it sees that it's not safe to execute the command, so it tries to tell you. So yeah, I also on Tuesday when I do the interview, I do what's called a Juno walk, where I hold onto the harness and leash, and the field rep puts her hand in the harness and like tries to pull the harness different ways. And don't worry, they will teach you all the signs. Okay, that's good. So yeah, it's gonna be about a 3-hour interview process on Tuesday. So I'm excited. I'm nervous. We're gonna be spending the weekend cleaning the house because I don't want them to come to a disaster. So yeah, I'm having a bit of anxiety, but I'm also excited. So I hope this goes well. So guys, if you guys have any other questions or comments for me, now's your chance. Otherwise, word. Well, take it easy, folks, and you all have a good day. You too, Churchy. I'm gonna wrap it up now. It's a big step. Don't worry about it. It will give you a lot more mobility. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys, because my tummy is really growly, and I don't want my mic to pick that up. Thank you guys for coming in and chatting with me as usual. I hope we had fun today. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I still haven't found a guest yet, so I may do another call-in show, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. And who knows, maybe there will be a random gaming stream for you guys to watch. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And the Star Trek stream is back on Saturday. We're going to be talking about Basics, the two-parter from Voyager that ends season 2 and begins season 3. So that'll be on Saturday. And then there's The Blind and the Special. And Pinkalo is calling me, even though I'm not done streaming yet. So I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm going to go call him back. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Everyone have an amazing day. Stay safe, okay, guys? See you tomorrow.